Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about a rather painful Game 45 of the regular season. Astros lose 7-5 in the 10th against the Texas Rangers, and there is no reason that we should have lost this game. There is no reason going into the series against the Rangers, who have been pretty rough recently. Aside from today, they were, I believe, 1-9 of their last 10 going into tonight. They are 22, or they were 22 runs, or actually they currently are 22 runs in the negative, which before this was 24 runs in the negative, and 19-27 going into it. There's no reason the Astros should have lost this game. There just isn't. But here we are, in a game where the Astros very, very much should have won, and just didn't. The offense was asleep for the first, 8 innings of the night. They finally woke up almost too late where it didn't even force extras, and then weird pitching moves by Dusty Baker were kind of the downfall for the Astros. So, first things first, Tyler Ivey gets his major league debut. I actually think he had a pretty decent night. I know that he has a very high ERA after one start, 7.71, 4 runs and 4 2/3. So I know that's high, but I don't think that's a very good depiction of how he pitched. I thought he had a pretty good night. It's just a shame about the runs. But again, I'm not too upset. It wasn't a horrible outing by him, but it certainly wasn't the best. I'm going to say it was a solid first try. And I think he has a good upside. You're not the 10th or the 9th prospect in the team's pool without good reason. So I think there is a good pitcher in there. Hopefully we can continue to find that down the road. Anyway, second inning, the Astros would get on the board first. Aledmys Diaz into a fielder's choice. And we score a run. Cool, right? Jordan would score, make it a 1-0 ball game. In the third, Brock Holt would homer to make it a 1-1 ball game. In the fourth, a Garcia double would score a pair to make it a 3-1 ball game in favor of the Rangers. Then a Nate Lowe single would score to make it a 4-0 game, to score Jose Trevino. And at this point, you're starting to get a little worried if you're the Astros. I certainly was. And for the longest while, the Astros were dead on arrival, right? Nothing. Just absolutely nothing. Until the 8th inning, when they would get 3 runs back, a massive inning for them, where in the 8th inning, Yuli would ground out to start. Then Tucker would single. So that's great. Tucker getting a single, right? We're good. Now, after that, Correa would double to score Kyle Tucker. Great. Get that run in now. It's starting to, it's 4-2. There's hope. Jason Castro would double to make it a 4-3 ball game. Great to see him getting in there. Straw would fly out, and then Jose Altuve with a single to keep his hitting streak going to tie it up at 4, and then Michael Brantley would fly out. And it was a little bit good for a while, right? It was good for a while. And in the 10th, after a very solid 9th by Ryan Presley, in the 10th, Altuve would reach on a fielder's choice, and the Astros get an extra run off a throwing error. It's fantastic. Correa scores on this really bad play, and the Astros take a 1-run lead. And then Garcia comes in the 10th, bottom half, versus Brian Abreu. 3-run shot, game over. And I have no words. This could have been a slam dunk for the Astros, really. This should have been a very, very easy sweep for the Astros. Now, 2 things specifically that I want to mention is there was a fantastic play in the 3rd inning by Altuve. Great diving catch. Even better pick by Yuli to get an out. Fantastic play by both of them. And also, Straw in the 10th actually had a really, really nice at-bat where he battled 13 pitches to draw a walk. So that's great. There were positives. Altuve gets another hit to keep his hit streak going. Brantley got a pair. Tucker had a pair of hits, so that's fantastic to see Kyle Tucker to continue to do well. He's just been fantastic over the past, dozen or so games. Over the last 15, he has a .321 batting average and a .397 on base, which is stupendous for Kyle Tucker. That's really exciting to see. But that was it. The offense was dead for a very, very long while. And the pitching lines, which this is just fascinating to me. Ivy, 4 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, walk, 3 strikeouts. Not good. Then, after that, we brought in Kent Emanuel and didn't let him go very long. Hit, walk, 2/3 of an inning, no strikeouts. Pulled him 1 out into his second inning of work, which I wasn't a fan of. And then they bring in, of all people, Joe Smith, who actually got out of it cleanly, right? We're fine after that point. Belak comes in. He has a pretty nice inning, gives up a hit, but a pair of strikeouts. Brooks Raley's came in. Or Brooks Raley. I don't know why I say Raley's. But Brooks Raley came in. Pretty darn good inning. Picks up a strikeout. Great. Now you're in the 9th. And you have Ryan Presley on relatively good rest. I want to say I can quickly find out his last game. Because I think it's been a while. I can't game logs. Here we go. I can hopefully find this relatively quickly. 2-2-2. It has been... So he pitched against Oakland night before last. But since then, it's only been 1 game in the past 6 games going into tonight. Which isn't bad. You know, you have a guy on relatively full rest that you can easily insert. He only pitched, if I'm not mistaken, 1 out in that game. So there's no reason why you don't say, Ryan, ride us for 2 innings and make him go through the 10th. I didn't like the move bringing in Brian Abreu. And I've been a relatively big Brian Abreu defender, to be honest. I've been very kind to Brian Abreu. But you're getting to a point now with him where, man, I think he has upside, but you can't let this guy stay at the major league level much longer. Like, once the players start to get healthy, I suspect he is the first one to go down to the minors and work on his stuff some more. Because, again, he has good pitches, right? He has high upside. But, man, oh, man, oh, man, games like this, 3 runs in just 2/3, that 3-run bomb, and it's head-scratching. This whole game was head-scratching. Isn't that right? And I'm going to keep saying it, this should have been a slam dunk series for the Astros, and it just wasn't. And currently, the A's lead the Angels 6-4 in the bottom of the 8th, which means our hard-fought series against Oakland could completely go away like that, because if Oakland wins, they take the series lead back, or the division lead back, and that sucks. This is just a really rough night for the Astros. They had more than enough opportunities to win, and they just couldn't convert with them. The offense was way too stagnant for way too long, and then by the time the offense got going, the pitching staff kind of imploded in the 10th. And by pitching staff, I mean Brian Abreu. Really rough night for the Astros. Hopefully tomorrow with our ace on the mound, Lance McCullers Jr., rolling in against Lyles, we can pick up another win, or a win in the series. That'd be great. Jordan Lyles goes in with a awful 5.93 ERA. Astros, please, for the love of God, you gotta convert on this, guys. Like, please. And Lance McCullers rolls in with a very, very, very good 2.70 flat ERA. So that's going to be a rather exciting game to watch. Hopefully, Lance McCullers can keep up this trend of very good outings. And who knows? There's been a lot of no-hitters recently, so why not? Let's love to see Lance throw a no-hitter. That'd be fun. Oh, man, that'd be super fun. I'd lose my mind on here if Lance threw a no-hitter. Anyway, that is all I have to say for tonight. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Astros.